Here's Steph Curry up top. He's being guarded by Austin Reeves, and just check this out. As he gets the ball from CP3, he takes one dribble into traffic and throws the ball back out to Chris. Then, after that, the entire Lakers defense gets caught ball watching as Curry relocates to the other side of the court and shoots a wide open three. While that was crazy, what I wanted to point out and emphasize is, before the ball even goes through the basket, he's already running back and pointing at the point guard. Sheesh, guys. Talk about next level basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, the fact of the matter is, there's something about Golden State that people aren't really talking too much about, but no worries. I'm about to give the story to you guys here. And with that being said, this is the scary truth about the 2024 Warriors. From what we've seen of Steph Curry so far in the 2024 preseason, he's still playing like an MVP. And my goodness, guys, there's no question he's still him. I mean, check this play out here. As number 30 brings the ball up the floor, he puts out a series of moves to freeze his defender in his tracks. Then, using the Looney screen, he slips past the three-point line while simultaneously crossing up the secondary defender before stopping on a dime and hitting the mid-range. That deserves a sheesh. Do y'all know how hard this is to actually execute, especially against NBA-level defenses? And yet, Curry made it look like a practice drill. I've already talked about in other videos how Chris Paul exponentially makes the Warriors better by his locker room presence, ability to lead the second unit, and just the all-around experiences that he's gained over the course of his career that's allowed him to make 12 All-Star teams and 11 All-NBA teams? But what I didn't talk about, however, is that he's gonna unleash one of the greatest players of all time. You see, with CP3 there to provide his leadership and wisdom, Steph Curry is going to be even better because he's going to be able to focus all his energy on doing what he does best, and that's putting the ball into the basket. Some of y'all might say I'm biased or that I'm exaggerating when I say Steph is still the best, but I'm not. I mean, just look at this article by The Athletic, where they rate players in terms of tiers, and in Tier 1A, they got Giannis, they got the Joker, and also right there, they got the man, the myth, the legend, Wardell Stephen Curry. You know, in his games so far this preseason, he's only playing half the minutes, so 13 points might not seem like a lot, but 57% from the field, 44% from three, and 100% at the free throw line, those are unanimous MVP types of efficiency. And just like when Durant was still with the team, CP3 is going to take a huge load off Steph's shoulders. So in 2024, I predict we're going to see a version of Curry that we haven't seen since his unanimous year back in 2016. A flamethrower, an assassin, Steph Curry is going to go off in 2024. I mean, just look at his play so far. Everything just seems so completely effortless. But that's not all. There's actually something else going on in Golden State at the moment that's not getting enough attention. You see, while Steph is still him, there's another person on the Warriors that's striving to become him.
Shut off nicely by Prince. Kuminga, quick move.
Yeah, that's right. You just saw Jonathan Kuminga fake out LeBron going right, then with one power dribble, he blew by the entire Lakers defense, including Anthony Davis, and flushed down a monster dunk. Young JK, ladies and gentlemen, is currently doing his best to become the next him in the Warriors organization. So, what this means is that, in addition to Curry, teams are going to have another problem on their hands because, check this out. So far, this NBA 2024 preseason, Jonathan Kuminga is leading the NBA in scoring at 26 points per game. That's right, You heard me. It's not Victor Wembanyama. It's not Chet Holmgren. It's Jonathan Kuminga who's leading the preseason in scoring, and that's not all. You see, on top of being a primetime bucket getter, he's shooting 65% from the field and a staggering 54% from three. Ladies and gentlemen, Kuminga is becoming unstoppable. He really is. I mean, just take a look at this play here. From the perimeter, with Hachimura guarding him, he takes 2 dribbles downhill, does a step back from the free throw line, and cashes in a sweet mid-range that Hachimura has no chance of blocking. It's obvious at this point, his shooting has gotten a lot better. Whether it's coming from the inside or the outside, JK is now a threat from everywhere. And with this being his 3rd year with Golden State, he's becoming a lot more familiar with Kerr's motion offense as well. Now, I know it's just the preseason, but he's still taking it at LeBron James. He's still taking it at Anthony Davis. And trust me when I say this is all going to translate over to the regular season. And you know what makes this whole thing even more absurd? We haven't seen this yet because the two of them haven't really played together much, but well, just listen to Draymond Green's thoughts on this.
Chris Paul will completely unlock Jonathan Kuminga.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's unfortunate that Draymond Green got injured because that pushed CP3 into the starting lineup. But come the regular season, when Money Green is back in the lineup, CP3 is going to come off the bench and take Kuminga to the next level. I mean, JK's already shown his improved shooting ability, so defenders can't leave him open anymore. Then, if y'all know who Chris Paul is, then you know that he's led the league in assists 5 times, including back in 2022, and just check out some of his recent passing highlights. These dimes he's making are on point, they're unreal, and this year, a lot of these are going towards Kuminga. If I had to make a prediction, based on his improvised shooting, understanding of the system, and the luxury of playing alongside the point guard, I see Kuminga averaging 20-plus points this season on Giannis-like efficiency. I'm not sure if y'all remember, but at one point, Kuminga was the #1 high school prospect in the entire country. The kid could have gone first overall in his draft class, but scouts said he looked a bit too raw and wasn't sure if he could fulfill his raw potential, but as of today, he looks like he's already progressed a ton. And like Draymond Green said, Chris Paul is going to take him to the next level. Now, here's where things really get scary for the rest of the league. Remember a couple of years ago when the Warriors had the death lineup to close out fourth quarters? Well, this season in 2024, the Warriors are going to have so many weapons that they could have a death lineup on the floor for pretty much half the entire game. Last season, the Warriors already had, according to the numbers, a historically good starting 5. Then, when it comes to death lineups, there are so many different variations that Steve Kerr could employ to not only close out games, but to start and close out every quarter. The different combinations at this point are endless. Now, I understand that Golden State is missing a big man like Jokic, Embiid, or Giannis, but it's also true that that's the only thing that they're missing. That's the only thing that people could ever criticize the Warriors for, because literally everything else, from guards to small forwards to power forwards to small centers, everything else is covered. And then the cherry on top is everything fits together seamlessly. Just like San Antonio, the current Warriors organization is one that other teams are striving to become. There's no egos, there's no selfishness, everyone is on the same page, and there's no other objectives other than winning a championship. Ladies and gentlemen, people could say whatever they want, but the 2024 Warriors are coming.